Hey guys, just finished watching Gifted, The Gifted, Season 1, Episode 7, Extreme Measures. This episode was quite interesting. I mean, getting into this episode, I wasn't excited for it just because of the whole setting up this whole thing with Eclipse and this whole kind of him joining them back to the Mafia and going back into that storyline. I wasn't interested into that storyline whatsoever. I was kind of annoyed that they were going to this, but then the way that they did it was a lot better than they expected. I mean, it was cool. It was predictable that he would go and he would, when his ex-girlfriend called him and to become part of this and stuff. And I was thinking, well, why don't you just tell everyone there that what the situation is and have a bunch of mutants go there and just scare the crap out of her or fight her or whatever, and then there you go, take her down, and there you go, you have the situation and stuff. But I didn't know that she had some mutant people on her side, and which would have been a difficult fight and stuff than if it was just, you know, a bunch of guys with guns versus these mutants and stuff. But it was definitely the way it went and the way how it didn't focus on that. It wasn't all about Eclipse and his and dealing, you know, and the Mafia and all that stuff, and then doing the criminal activity and all that. I mean, it was about that, but it also was about, you know, I liked how Polaris found out right away in this episode, you know, not long after she was gone, she found out right away, and she followed him and saw everything he was doing. They didn't drag this story out throughout as many episodes as they need to, you know. Now, maybe he still might need to continue doing this, but it's not really hidden, you know, everyone knows now what he's doing and stuff, so I think that's going to be cool to play with that, rather than him being hidden and stuff like that, because I feel like that storyline we've seen throughout many different shows anywhere. And you can name any movie, show, whatever, where they've done that storyline where he's, you know, doing bad things for the good reasons, and he's doing it just because he owes his debt and all that stuff, blah, 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 and he does it for a little bit. There you go. So I'm glad that they're not doing it that way, and they're doing their own take on a very different take, and I kind of like it, and maybe it doesn't last too long, doesn't need to last very long. She's just doing it to get what he needs and stuff, and then he's going to be out and stuff. So I definitely can't wait to see. I guess they're going to have to be an episode where they go and they attack, you know, the Mafia, and they get him out of it, you know, and they show, hey, we got more powers than you. I mean, they got a lot of people in this place and stuff. So it was pretty interesting dealing with all that, and then it also was interesting dealing with the whole Strucker thing and the whole with the Trask Industries and all that stuff. That's really cool, and really finding out that they're involved. And I guess that this guy who's you know, dealing with Turner and stuff, who's dealing with Jake Turner is I guess he's Trask's son or something like that, Boulevard Trask's son or something. That was kind of interesting seeing that, and then, you know, seeing where things go with that. That could be fun to see how things play out. They don't have his name here on IMDb, but it is interesting to see where things go with it. I like the whole idea where things going and playing with that, and, you know, and seeing what's going to happen next week's episode. That kind of looks fun with the whole different thing, the whole, you know, trying to find Reed Trucker's father and the kid's grandfather and what he learned when he was working on there. That could be an interesting storyline to see how that, and finding out that it sounds like some of the people, you know, that Andy and Lauren Strucker are not the first ones of the Strucker family to be mutants or anything like that. So that's kind of interesting to see what type of people or could be mutants in their history and things like that. Maybe they could be someone else from the comics. That could be cool. But it's definitely going to be fun to see where things go with that. And also the other storyline with Laura and her boyfriend and the weird guy who could change, who can do the mirrors and stuff, I guess, like that. I don't know what his name is, West. That was an okay storyline. It wasn't super interesting. It wasn't super annoying at all. It was kind of okay with, like, the way they dealt with it. You know, it was done in one episode and he's moved on. I liked how they didn't have to have a cheesy love story throughout this. You know, the closest thing we've had to a love story is obviously is Thunderbird and Dreamer and stuff. But other than that, there's also but then there's love triangle with kind of Thunderbird, Dreamer, and now Blink, kind of some ways, since they've messed with her and stuff. So even though she's, you know, has that one memory type thing, so that was an interesting storyline to play with and things like that. So all in all, this episode was kind of fun. It was a nice episode. You know, it was different, and it was really cool filling out all kinds of different stuff going out. We learned a lot about the Struckers and stuff like that, and about the different things going on. and then dealing with all kinds of stuff. That's going to be quite fun to see where this goes, and see how much we get of Eclipse, part of the back into the mafia type thing, crime world and stuff. So it could be fun to see where that goes. I really don't want him to do it too much, maybe a little bit here and there. I mean, he did need her help, and he has to repay his debt and all that stuff. They have to continue that storyline. But it's going to be fun to see where things go. I just hope it doesn't distract too much from the main storyline of trying to, fight the Sentinel Services. I don't want to have an episode where no Sentinel Services, just the whole team taking on his Eclipse's ex-girlfriend type of thing. I want them to deal with that between Eclipse, Polaris, and ex-girlfriend. That's it. Maybe one other person, but that's it. Very few people, and have it not take everyone type of thing. I mean, I don't want a full episode doing with that, because hopefully they can find a way to just kind of keep going and kind of we'll see how it plays off. But it is nice that Polaris knows all about everything right away. So that was kind of cool with that. So all in all, I think I really like this episode. It was kind of decent. I don't give it a 9.8 out there. I definitely give it a 9. Because there's a 9.8 here on IMDb, I'd probably give it a 9. But other than that, it was pretty good. It's going to be fun to see where different things go and see where other things go. So it would be cool to see some more, X-Men references, things like that. That could be really fun to see where things go and see what this team could be called. That the Sentinel Services have of mutants. What are they going to be called? They're going to be called the Brotherhood. They're going to be called, I don't know, is it Weapon X Project? Is this, type thing? Where is this in the timeline? That's going to be fun to see where things go with that. Like, is Wolverine around? Where is Wolverine? Is Wolverine with the X-Men? Is he not with the X-Men? Is Deadpool around in this universe? If this is is this like is there, is Deadpool around, or is this pre-Deadpool's cancer and all things like that? Because I'm not mistaken, I think this may or may not be in the X-Men time universe, Days of Future Past timeline and all that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see where things go with this. So all in all, this episode was okay. It was pretty cool. I guess I gave it like probably an 8 out of 10 rather than a 9, because it was really good. It was, like the way they played with different things. Just can't wait to see a little bit more action in next week's episode. Looks like there is a bit more action in next week's episode. And it's all pretty cool that here on IMDb, looks like they've updated their listing, and they go from 10 to now they go up to 13 episodes. So we still have a little bit to go, and hopefully they'll probably keep adding episodes. Maybe we'll go to like episode 20 and 23, something like that. We'll have to wait and see how far we go, but so far so good. I really like it where it's going. So let me know what you think, guys. But what do you think about Gifted so far? What do you think about this episode in the comments below? And what are you excited for next week's episode? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.